Today we will learn a new chapter of this series. It is structure. So what is structure? Structure is a collection of dissimilar data. Means what? What is array? Array is a collection of similar data. Means when it is integer array, all elements are integer. When it is character array, all elements are character. But in case of structure, it is a collection of dissimilar data. Means one element may be integer, other is may be character. So it is a collection of dissimilar data. Structure is a way to group variable. Using structure, we can create a data type known as user-defined data type. So, by using structure, we can create a new data type, and that data type is called user-defined data type. We already learned about system-defined data type, that is int, character, float, double. They are all system-defined data type. But using structure, we can create our new data type. It is user-defined data type, defined by the user. Such data type are known as non-primitive data types. So what is primitive data type? Int, character, float, double, etc. are primitive data type. And structured these type of data, by using structure, those data type are called non-primitive data type. Define a structure means telling a compiler about this new data type. When we define a structure, that means we are telling a compiler that we are creating a new data type. Comparing structure with array, both are collection of memory blocks used to store multiple data. So, we are now comparing array with structure. So, both are collection of memory blocks. See, collection of memory blocks, also structure is a collection of memory blocks used to store multiple data. They can store multiple data. But in case of array variables do not have names but have indexes. That if the array name is, if I declare one array int AR at 10, then first one is AR at 0, second is AR at 1, third one is AR at 2. So they don't have any separate name, but by the index we can access them. So array variable don't have any name but have indexes. Here in case of structure, these variables within the structure are called members variable. They have names and can be different data type. So maybe one variable is integer type, another is float type, another is character type, another may be double type, in this way. Now the syntax. For defining any structure, you have to write in this way. See the example. To store information of the student. First, struct is a keyword. First you have to write struct. To store information about student, first you have to write struct. To store information about date, you have to write struct. So struct, you have to write struct first. See here. Then tag. Tag means your structure name is the name of your choice. It becomes the name of user defined data type. So you can give student, you can give data. Okay. So the name of your choice. Next is type. Type means here. Type is any data type within structure. See, in case of student, it is int, roll number and character name. So I am storing the roll number and name of a student. So it is integer type and it is character array. And in case of say date, it is DMY, date, month, year, all are integer. So type is any data type. Type means this data type, any primitive data type. Now the variables declaring inside structure body are called member variables. So these variables, roll number, name, DMY, these variables are called member variables. Remember to put semicolon at the end of the structure body. Yes, this thing is very important. Don't forget to give this semicolon after any structure body. So please don't forget to give any semicolon. See here, always you have to write semicolon after structure body. Now Using structure. What is using structure? Using structure means using new data type defined with the help of struct keyword. Just like we declare variable of primitive types, integer, character, floats, etc., we can declare variable of user defined type. Means what? When I declare one integer variable, we write int I. So integer is the data type and I is the variable. I repeat, when I want to declare any character variable, then we write character C. So here character is the data type and C is the variable name. In case of structure, first you have to declare this variable, but you have to define the structure first. So our structure is student, struct student and roll number and name within the structure. When I write struct student S1 means what is S1? S1 is the variable name. What is the type of S1? Type of S1 is student. So we can, in case of integer we write int I, in case of student we write student S1, but student is not a primitive data type. Student is the data type created by you, created by me. So you have to write the keyword struct before student. Okay, I repeat, this is the definition of student. Okay, it means new data type defined. Here the new data type defined. Okay. Now when I write int I means I is a variable of type int. So when you want to define, when we want to declare one variable of type student, you have to write student s1, same like int I, student s1. But student is not a primitive data type. So you have to write the struct keyword before student, means student is a data type. It is created by the user. So it is user defined data type. Once you have defined the structure, you can use it as a data type in your program. Every time you use data type which is defined with the help of struct keyword must be preceded by the struct keyword. You have to write this struct keyword. Observe the statement in main, student is prefixed with struct. Student is a non-primitive or user-defined data type. So it is non-primitive or user-defined data type. S1 is a variable of type student. Different ways of declaring structure. To store information of a book, you have to write struct, first struct keyword, then the structure name book, then the member variables. It is a string of character array of size 10. Then it is a price, float variable and pages integer variable. Now these are the member variable. Now I want to declare three variables b1, b2, b3 of type book. Then you have to write book b1, comma b2, comma b3. But they are of structure type, so you have to write struct keyword and don't forget to give semicolon here. This is one way. Another way is you can just write this thing and then don't give semicolon here. b1, comma b2, comma b3, then give semicolon. This is another way. This way is also correct. And another way is no need to give the structure name. Just write variable name b1, comma b2, comma b3. This way is not so popular, but this is also a correct way. Now, how structure elements are stored in memory. See here, when we are defining this structure book, then no memory is consumed for the definition of structure. When just you define the structure, then no memory is consumed. Like if I write only int, then no memory is consumed. But when I write int I, then I is a variable, I takes 4 bytes. So when I declare a variable of that type, then it will take memory. It will take memory when we declare a variable of that type. So when I defining a structure, no memory is consumed. But when I declare one variable of type book, that is b1 is a variable of the type book, then memory is consumed. So I repeat, no memory is consumed for definition of structure. But when I write or when I declare any variable of that type, then only memory is consumed. So, here I am initializing by this variable C programming the price and the pages. So it takes how many bytes? Because it is 10, it stored sequentially. So first it takes 10 bytes, and for floats it is 4 bytes, and for integer it is 4 bytes. In this way, structure elements are stored in memory sequentially. Now, declaring structure type variable. There are two types of declaration. One is local declaration. In case of local declaration, we can use data only from that function, and in case of global declaration, we can use data from any function. So, see here, within the void main, we declare one structure. So, we can use data only from that function. So, within void main, we can use this data. But when we declare a structure globally, means outside the void main, then we can use data from any function, not only void main, but any other function can access the data from this structure. So you can define a structure either inside a function block or outside a function. Former is known as local declaration and later is known as global declaration. Locally defined structure can only be used in the body of the block, and globally defined structure can be used anywhere in the program. So, how to access structure element? So, see here within structure student there are two variables. One is roll number, another is name. Okay, it is a character array. That is just one string and it is roll number. Now we can't directly access this roll number and name because it is within the structure. So you have to access it by a dot operator. That dot operator is called membership operator. Accessing structure member is possible via membership operation. See how this program works. First, this is our structure. Name of the structure is student and these are the member variables. Now from main, we want to access these two variables. So you have to write struct student s1. Why struct student s1? Because s1 is the variable name, student is the type, it is struct this type, and because it is user defined data type, you have to write struct keyword. Now enter roll number of student, user give s1 dot roll number. Don't write only roll number because roll number is the member variable of the structure. So to access that member variable, you have to write s1 dot roll number. Accessing structure member is possible via membership operator. This dot is called membership operator. So when we want to access these, you have to write variable name dot membership variable name dot roll number in this way. Enter the name of a student. So you have to write, don't write getS name. You have to write getS s1 dot name in this way. Now I want to print. When you want to print, you have to again write s1 dot roll number and s1 dot name. See how this program works. See the code. Now see, this is our program. So declare one structure. It is globally declared before main. This is our structure student int roll number and character name 20. It is a string. Now I declare one variable s1 of type student because it is user defined data type. So you have to write struct. Then you want to access this roll number and name. So s1 dot roll number, s1 dot name. And then you want to print, so s1 dot roll number, s1 dot name. Now when you want to run this program, see roll number is say 20 and name is say Shayok. Now you have entered roll number 20, name Shayok. Now see here, I just remove this s1 dot. Now when I want to run this program, error comes. What is that? Error is roll number undeclared. Roll number undeclared. Why undeclared? We already declared this here. But it is the member variable of student. So you have to write, to access this variable, you have to write s1 dot in this way. Okay. So now you can run your program easily. So this is your homework. Try to solve this problem and answer me in the comment section what is the output of this program. Pause your video, try to solve this problem and answer me in the comment section what is the output of this program. I am waiting for your reply. For getting more and more updates, please subscribe my channel. That's all for today. Thank you.